Forster with your Board of Supervisors report for our meeting of Tuesday, April 22nd, 2014. Starting off the meeting today, we did have a couple of items under public matters. Gentlemen showed up and asked the board to advocate for AB 2205, that's Assembly Bill 2205. I imagine the board will support it because they were in opposition to the ban of using hound dogs for hunting bears. What this bill would do is allow counties to have discretion and not rely on the sole authority of the California Department of Fish and Wildlife to make the decision that we're going to restrict that statewide. So it would allow counties to have discretion to approve the use of hound dogs hunting bears. Now, there's been a significant increase in the bear population since that time, and that's just going to mean problems because all of the numbers for hunting bears were predicated on the numbers given by Fish and Game and Fish and Wildlife, and we've extended that. So we'll probably take a position on AB 2205 at a subsequent meeting. Also, Ann Heisenbuttel was in and spoke about an upcoming event at Chauncey Indian Grinding Rock State Park on May 17th, and you can find more information about that. Just look for ads or something around the community. Starting off our meeting, we had Common Ground Senior Services. Elizabeth Thompson was in, talked about the services that they provide, everything from Meals on Wheels to congregate site meals, chore program, homemaker program, information and assistance, residential repair modification, and transportation. Elizabeth gave a little update on the amount of people they serve. Just for example, the Meals on Wheels program, which is always in need of support, serves almost 26,000 meals in our community to 204 clients. The congregate site meals serve almost 11,000 meals to 639 clients. The other one that I'll bring up, transportation, 1,367 one-way trips to 111 unduplicated clients. So it's quite a program that they have with Common Ground Senior Services. I know they have some fundraisers coming up, their beauty pageant and things, but on this day the board allocated $6,000 in our budget, and that's quite a reduction from a couple of years ago, but you know, when your budget's tough, you have to do what's necessary. Now, on the good side, on our next agenda item, Supervisor John Plaz was the one that instigated this. He investigated it and found that it was a good program, almost too good to believe, he said, the Coast to Coast RX card program. What this does is people take out prescriptions, and you can go to your local pharmacies. Most of them have these cards within their pharmacies, and you can sign up for the RX prescription program. What it does is you save up to 75% on prescriptions for individuals and families, 60,000 participating pharmacies, and you use immediately with no paperwork, no health restrictions, no fee ever charged for the card. Great program. And what it does also, which is almost a too good to believe part, is it sends money back into our local communities because a percentage, I think $1.50 on every prescription that is filled comes back into the local community. Doesn't sound like much. It was $11,000 or $12,000 the first couple of years. Here we are now, probably 6-7 years later, we're up to almost $19,000. So what the board has done, taking that money and splitting it with nonprofits and other agencies in the community, but two of them are the recipients. So in addition to Common Ground Senior Services getting that $6,000, they'll also receive over $9,400 from this RX, Coast to Coast RX program. Also, the Amador Lifeline will be a recipient of that program. This program is out of the Amador Tuolumne Community Action Agency. A better way to describe Amador Lifeline is you might see the commercials, I've fallen and I can't get up. Well, this is what those people wear around their neck so that if there's a problem, they can wear it on their neck or around their arm or things like that. If they fall, if they have an issue, if they have a medical emergency, they can punch the button. These things are activated by if they go vertical. So really a great program, but they were the other recipient of the $9,400+ So, and thank you to John Plaz, Supervisor, for investigating that program years ago and coming up with it. Amador Economic Development Corporation was in and talked about their new program, the Amador Economic Development Partnership Program, Economic Gardening. This has been around with the Amador Business Council for some time, but it's a program that was borrowed out of Colorado, a city in Littleton, Colorado, I believe, and this program actually helps businesses. They put in a small amount of money and they get a huge return on pumping up their business, helping them with marketing and finding new clients. A couple of the testimonials were from the Pine Grove Group Incorporated and Piranha Propellers. Hellwig Winery is also one of those participants in the program, but the board was requested to put $15,000 into this program to be on their board. We're not sure about being on their board. We're not sure the structure at this time, but we asked the Business Council to come back with some more extensive paperwork, and our county council will research it. In the meantime, he did say that in the meantime he doesn't feel that there's an issue. Steve Fredericks from Jackson Valley Irrigation District was in and asked for $180,000 out of our water supply fund, a loan to be given to help farmers and ranchers put meters in. They're trying to meter their whole system. They do have the domestic system metered, but not the farm and ranch system for irrigation. They need a little help here because the water allotment has been cut 50%. The district has a $30,000 deficit because of the loss of those revenues that are anticipated, and the water supply has been cut to the people by 50%. So they want to maintain a decent level in Lake Amador. The board did approve that. A lot more on our agenda that I was not able to get through. So if you want to access that, go on our county website at amadorgov.org or give us a call at the board 223-6470. You can talk to myself or any one of my peers. So this is Supervisor Richard Forster, and hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you again in several weeks.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.